There's a certain trust we place in the mundane, in the routine of an address, a house number, a lit porch light. You assume that if you follow the instructions, the world on the other side of the door will match the one in your app. But what if it does match perfectly? And that's the problem. A few winters back, I was driving for a food delivery service. It was December 23rd, one of those brutally busy nights where the orders never stop. You're just a pin on a map, moving from glow to glow. The last order of my shift was a large, expensive Italian spread, going to a nice neighborhood across town. The address was 4811 Crestview Drive. The instructions read, "Please leave on bench by front door. Do not ring bell, family gathering." I remember the house clearly when I pulled up. It was exactly the kind of place you'd expect for a family feast on Christmas Eve, big colonial style with a wide porch. A wooden bench sat to the left of the front door, just as described. Every window was dark, save for the soft, colorful glow of Christmas tree lights in the front picture window. It was quiet, no sounds of a family gathering, but I figured maybe they were in a back room. I set the heavy insulated bags on the bench, took the app's required photo, and swiped to complete. As I turned to leave, the porch light came on. Then the front door opened. A woman stood there, silhouetted. She was maybe in her 40s, wearing a festive red sweater. She looked pleasantly surprised. "Oh, you found it," she said, her voice warm. "I was worried with all the deliveries tonight. Please bring it in. Just set it on the table in the foyer. It's so heavy." This contradicted the instructions, but it happened sometimes. People change their minds, and she was so specific. She held the door open wider, gesturing inside. I could see the foyer, a tiled floor, a hallway table with a vase, and beyond, the sparkling Christmas tree. Sure, I said, picking the bags back up. I carried them inside, the smell of garlic bread and lasagna filling the warm air. I set them on the table she indicated. "Thank you so much," she said, clasping her hands. "It's chaos in the kitchen. You're a lifesaver." She smiled, a normal, tired holiday smile. "Merry Christmas?" "Merry Christmas," I echoed and stepped back out onto the porch. She closed the door gently behind me. I heard the deadbolt turn. It was a clean, easy drop-off. I drove home feeling the peculiar satisfaction of a shift ended. The notification came 2 days later on Christmas Day itself. A complaint from the customer. "Order never delivered. Demand full refund." I was furious. I literally carried it inside. I immediately opened the app to dispute it using my GPS log and the photo as proof. That's when the cold settled in my stomach. The photo I'd taken was of 2 insulated bags sitting on a wooden bench, but it wasn't the bench I remembered. This bench was wrought iron, not wood, and the door behind it was a modern dark-stained one, not the white colonial door I'd walked through. My GPS log showed I had stopped at 4811 Crestview Drive, but when I pulled up the customer's address in the app's details menu, my blood went still. The order was for 4811 Crestview Drive, but the map pin, the one I had followed without a second thought, was placed on 4811 Crestview Terrace. Crestview Terrace was the next neighborhood over. Nearly identical houses, built by the same developer. I had gone to the wrong house. The app had glitched. The woman had not been my customer, but she had been expecting a delivery. She had known what to say. "It's so heavy." Chaos in the kitchen. She had a story ready. Driven by a need for some kind of resolution, I went back on the 26th. I found 4811 Crestview Terrace. The house looked familiar, yet alien in the daylight. The bench was wrought iron. The door was dark-stained wood. I knocked. The same woman answered. Her smile was gone, replaced by a polite, vacant curiosity. "Yes?" "Hi," I stammered. "I'm the delivery driver from the other night. The Italian food?" She blinked slowly. "I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. We didn't order any delivery." Her tone was flat, definitive. "But you answered the door. You asked me to bring it in. You said Merry Christmas." She gave a small, puzzled shake of her head, a performance of confusion so perfect it was chilling. "No, we were at my sister's that night. The house was empty." She looked at me with something like pity. "You must have the wrong house." The door closed. This time, I heard two locks engage. I never contested the complaint. I paid for the order out of my own earnings to avoid being deactivated. So, the facts are these. I went to the wrong house. A woman there accepted a large, expensive meal meant for someone else. She welcomed a stranger inside, and then she pretended it never happened. The horror for me isn't the theft, it's the performance. She was waiting for something, anything, to show up. And when I did, she seamlessly wove me into her narrative. She needed those bags to be hers. I've often wondered what was in her kitchen that night. If it was truly chaos or just a quiet, dark room. And what she would have done if the delivery had been something other than food.